boys, welcome back. It is now 2026. Woo! It is so what a time now more than ever to go back and see what you guys thought of 2025. The Neon Awards are back by popular demand. Yeah, let's go with that. So yeah, this is pretty much just a little something that I do in my Discord community, just getting to know the community, having a little bit of fun with it, not really to be taken, seriously. It is mostly just for shits and giggles. But yeah. So how this works is we've had a month. This has taken over a span of a month, where I obviously I've asked the community what kind of questions they would like, what type of rewards. Then we narrowed it down to about 10. Then I asked for some nominations. So what would happen with that is people in my community would recommend a band or something they would like to nominate to be in this category. The most popular nominations would go with a maximum of 10. And then we would pit those nominees against each other in a vote that would last you about 72 hours to 3 days. And then we would have a winner. So that is how this is decided. This is purely community focused. So yeah, if you're not part of the Discord and you want to have a go at the people that are in there, now is the time to join. So it's that time of the year again where we do the awards, and I realize just how deluded, just out of touch of reality my community is, which is probably why they're following me. I realize, yeah, oh god. So many things become blatantly obvious during this entire process. Every year I forget about it. Like last year I was like, oh my days, and then slowly throughout the year, like they tricked me into thinking you guys were all normal, and then the awards roll around and I'm like, yeah, those guys. Nah, I love you. I love you, really. Ha! Gay! But I just want to say a big thank you for everybody that came in. Also, a big thank you as well for everybody on the channel, whether or not you're a regular or just like somebody who just comes in once every so often to watch the videos. I appreciate it. So thank you so much. This is just something like fun that I enjoy doing every year. And first things first, I want to say a big thank you for supporting me. Another year. I've been doing this for like 7 years now. 7 years. Holy crap. Fuck, I'm old. Well, let's hope I survive another year if you guys let me. And we can do some Neon Awards next year. But first things first, let's just get into the categories. And I hope you guys enjoy. First things first, we're coming in with, like, we're not pulling any punches here. We're going straight into the gravy, man. The first category of the best band of 2025. This was extremely close, actually. We did the main voting. So the way that this works is, if the nominations would come in a draw, I would put them in a final draw against each other. And if that turns out to be a draw, then I would get the deciding vote. Thankfully, there were a few draws when we did this, but no draws in the final, so I didn't have to interfere with the community voting, which was nice. So yeah, the best band of 2025. Well, who is it? Well, I will have you know that it was pretty darn close, to be honest. We had a community vote where Hanabiya and Baby Metal took 22% of the voting, going up against some heavy hitters in East of Eden, Hagani, Bandmade as well. Love Bites were in there, but yeah, at the top of the pile, Hanabiya and Baby Metal stood tall, getting 22% of the votes each. Now I had to put them in the final. And it was also very, very close. Baby Metal just pipping Hanabiya by 54% to Hanabiya's 46%, which I think shows probably the musical taste of the people within my Discord, but also just how popular and how indecisive people are being between Baby Metal and Hanabiya. So the community award for best band of 2025 goes to Baby Metal. And to be fair, I kind of agree with this one. I can see the voting. I think Hanabiya have had a very, very good year. But they've only released like a handful of songs. And I think it would have been very harsh in Baby Metal, who have released obviously a full album, done a lot of promotions this year, a lot of collabs, to be beaten. Even if Hanabiya had gone on to win it, I don't think many people would complain. I think Hanabiya are skyrocketing in popularity at the minute. And I know a lot of people have been really excited to hear the songs that they've dropped, and just going to see their live shows. They've had an absolutely fantastic year this year. But Baby Metal does tip it. And I think that's deserved. I think Metal Fourth was a bit of an event. I think they've done really well. I could see that being a thing. And I can understand why a lot of people would probably gravitate towards them. I mean, Baby Metal are Baby Metal. You're going to see this a lot probably in the community voting, but they have a certain pull and power because, their fans are totally not a cult. Hashtag we're not a cult. So there you go. But Best Band 2025. Winner is Baby Metal. And now we go on to the section where I give the Neon Award. So the best band of 2025. There is definitely going to be a slight bias in this awards, even for me, obviously. But for me, the best band of 2025 has been Unlucky Morpheus. And I'm going to break this down for me personally, why. Obviously, I had the pleasure of seeing them live this year or last year twice. Which created some fantastic memories. We've had the new album, Gate of Heaven, and I will admit that I have, since this dropped in November, I have literally played this album to death. I have had it on repeat, just over and over and over and over again. For me, it's one of the best standout albums. That I really love the direction that they went in. I understand it's not to everybody's tastes. Maybe not as sort of like that gothic tone many people fell in love with their early days, but I think this album is fantastic, and it's well worth a listen. If you haven't listened to the new Unlucky Morpheus all the way through yet, then I think you really should. So the Neon Award for me for Best Band of 2025, for me personally, this year goes to Unlucky Morpheus. Moving on straight off to that one into another big hitter, which is the best album of 2025. Now, it probably comes as no surprise, taking 23% of the vote, coming in with the best album of 2025. Probably that will surprise nobody after winning the best band of 2025 is Baby Metal with Metal Fourth. I feel like this is probably a surprisingly deserved one. Again, Baby Metal, every time Baby Metal releases a album, it is an event. It is a footnote in history. It is something that is accompanied by a plethora of excitement. It's one of those few events where I feel like in the music industry, or especially in the communities that I hang around with, that all love sort of like Japanese music. Every time Baby Metal announce they're going to do something, whether or not it's an album or whatnot, it's just met with a chorus of just like pure giddiness. So I had no doubt in my mind that I think Metal Fourth would have done surprisingly well, and it did. Shocker, surprisingly well. um, but I think this is the excitement was more tangible here for a couple of more reasons this year. Again, because of it being sort of Momoko's first official sort of like foray into more like sort of screamy vocals, having her sort of like charm on the album, I think really really helped. Say what you want about the amount of collabs maybe on the album. I've heard different opinions about this, about maybe being a little bit more collabs and not enough just like pure Baby Metal songs on here. And I think that's probably a debate worth having, to be honest. But it's a debate we can have probably on another day, because collabs or not, taking nothing away from this album, it is a fantastic album for them. A fantastic fifth album from Baby Metal. And I've got to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it as well. It came in, they shocked a lot of people, I think, with this, with some of the songs that they were doing. I remember, obviously, when Song 3 came out, and, lots of people just oh my god, look at the screams as well. And then having, songs like White Flame and stuff come out that people really love. The Poppy one as well, from Me to You. It comes to no surprise that this album has just a lot of bangers on it. A lot of notable worthy songs this year. So I feel like for this one, I think is well deserved. So the community vote for the best album of 2025 goes to Baby Metal. Metal Force. So, the Neon Award for Best Album 2025. I'm not going to lie, every fiber of my being right now wants to go for Gate of Heaven from Unlucky Morpheus. That's the album I've been listening to the most, but I think time has played a role in sort of that decision, because obviously it came out only in November, so it's only been out a month, so I have listened to it, ravenously over the last month, because it's kind of new. But I'm going to give this award to Nemophila. I'm going to give it to Apple on My Eye, because I think that this album is fantastic. And they came over so many hurdles for this one. Losing Saki as well. I didn't know how this album was going to be, and I think it surprised a really lot of people how they sort of developed their core sound, but they still hit really hard. And I think a lot of people forget about this album because it suffers from that. Unfortunately, it comes out at the beginning of the year, and like so many other things come out towards the end of the year that people tend to forget what comes out at the beginning of the year. And I think this is really well deserved. I remember the excitement when this came out. I remember the music videos as well when they dropped. And I just remember this being sort of like a really kind of quiet time of the year, really quiet, I think, at the beginning of this year. And this kept me hooked for a long while. Admittedly, it's not an album I've gone back to recently. Again, I really fighting the utmost inner urge to give this to Unlucky Morpheus. But I think Nemophila deserved this one, and I'm gonna try and bite my own bias here to give it to give it to Nemophila, because I feel like they deserve it, and I feel like they came over a massive hurdle. I feel like they released a massively sort of coherent and and, you know, massively well done album in a situation where they were sort of under a little bit of pressure and a little bit of scrutiny, a little bit, and to come out like, you know, high flying and proving a lot of people wrong, I think deserves a lot of praise. So yes, for me, Never Feeler get this award with Apple of My Eye. So, the best song of 2025. Who was it? Who was it? Who have my community given this award to? Yeah, who? I wonder. It's Baby Mel. It's Baby Mel. There's a running theme here. Yeah, I just want to like point out to my community that there are other Japanese bands, you know. I'm just pointing out that like, oh my Jesus Christ, like I feel like my community is like, you know, what you take them into a sweet store, and they got like all these sweets and stuff, and they just pick like the Milky Way every damn time. They just go in and pick a Milky Way. It's like, hey, why don't you try a Snickers or a Mars bar? And they're like, nah, man, I just want a Milky Way. I like a Milky Way. Milky Way is all I know. I'm happy with the Milky Way. That's how I feel with this one. But the winner with this one actually kind of blew it away, actually. So with 30% of the vote, actually smashing the closest rivals, was actually White Flame from Baby Mel. And I, again, as much as I take the piss out of my community there, I'm going to get so much hate from this in the comment sections. But as much as I take the piss out of the community, I can see this one. I really do sort of kind of agree here. White Flame, for me, is probably the standout song of the album. It was one that, you know, thankfully we didn't get spoiled with. It was tonally different, I think, from the rest of the album. And it felt sort of old school Baby Metal a little bit again. You know, that sort of more power metal, heavy metal kind of vibe to it. And I think that really helped a lot of people. I think it was a very Western sounding album. Metal Fourth, again, probably to do with all the Western collabs that was in there, is bound to have an effect. And I think the reason why people gravitate towards White Flame so much, again, is because it kind of reminisces me a little bit of like Metal Resistance album, a little bit. It has that same kind of tone, and it's just a generally good, fun song, and it's one of those ones to close on an album as well. I think it just leaves a good impression, you know. For all intents and purposes, I think of like any TV series. If it doesn't matter how good your 7 seasons are, if the 8th season is shit, people just tend to remember. People just tend to remember the ending and it was shit. And you've got to end an album strong, and I feel like that leaves the impression in people's minds, and that's exactly what White Flame did. It was just a really great outro to what was a really great album, to be honest. So yeah, the song was fast paced, it was punchy, it was nice to hear Sue kind of just like in her element as well for this song. I can really agree. So I have to agree because they're the winners. So there you go, best song of 2025. Once again, Baby Metal. I swear it's not all Baby Metal, guys. You know, there are other winners in this awards. I swear. Yeah, Baby Metal, White Flame. There you go. award of Best Song of 2025. Now, I've been taking the mick out on my community because they keep voting for Bane Metal, and yet I am just as guilty of the band I'm going to repeatedly pick for my awards as well. Spoiler alert, by the way. It's not all the same bands, I swear. Oh, God. But, yeah. The best song for 2025 for me, again, goes to Unlucky Morpheus. Savior After God. I really love this song. It is bouncy. It is gritty. It has a great solo. It has that lovely mix of just violin, bounciness, funkiness as well. It has a great chorus. It has like a little bit of shearing in there, doing like a little bit of screams. Not overly so. He comes in with like a 10-second little screaming bit. It's small, it's sweet, it's that chef's kiss. It kind of really mixes the song up really, really well. But this song just flows really nicely, and the amount of times I've listened to it, and then I'm like, it's over, it's finished, and I have to put it on again. It is, for me, it is the song of 2025 for me. I just have repeatedly listened to this over and over again. I do want to give it a honorable mention to song 3 for this one, because up until the point where Unlucky Morpheus dropped this album, I probably listened to song 3 the most this year on repeat. That was sort of my go-to song for just like chilling out and stuff like that. So it quite could have been a Baby Metal song. But yeah, just pipping it a little bit is Unlocking Off Your Savior after that. I just love this song. I just love this song. Next award in the prestigious Neon Awards is Best Music Video of 2025. And I feel like there were some really good music videos this year, like some music videos with a lot of creativity, either ones with massive budgets, lots of green screens, or the lower budget ones. I feel like we had a good sort of like variety this year, but the community has spoken, and can you guess what they picked, kids? I'll give you 2 seconds to guess who won this. The community. Jesus Christ, guys, come on. They know what they want. Let's put it this way. But coming in with a whopping 35% of the votes for the best music video of 2025 was Song 3 from Bane Metal. Again, as much as I'm taking the piss out of the community voting for Bane Metal things all the time, there are other bands, guys. I kind of agree with this one. Song 3 is a really, really fun video, to be honest. You know, I think obviously the Electric Callboy one, Ratatata, that would come out this year, I think that would have won a lot more. But I like Song 3 because of the cheesiness. You know, it's comedy, but with a band that, you know, sort of to prevail, that, you know, don't take themselves too seriously here. It's just a really fun video. We got the Momo screams, the memes that come came from this music video as well. Are really popular. The small little like TikToks and shorts that they released promotional, which is brilliant by the way. But yeah, it's an aesthetically pleasing video. On top of it, just being just being really fun. You get to see the girls smile and dance, and I do like the tonal shift in the last year and a half of like the music videos of the girls. They were sort of like taken very, very seriously, but we seem to be having like a lot of fun with the music videos as of late with Baby Metal. Seen a little bit more of the bubbly personalities of the girls kind of shining through, and I feel like that's probably why lots of people have voted for Song 3, because I think Song 3 wouldn't be everybody's favorite choice for song, for a lot of people that don't like the heavier vocals, from Sort to Prevail on this one. But you can't deny that the music video it's a visual treat. It's really nice. I like the neon flares with the 1 2 3, the Ichi-san. And, again, the girls' personalities just really shine through here. So, it is a memorable video. It is one I have played to death. I'm not going to lie. Mostly because it was like my favorite song for like a majority of this year, as I said in the last award. Yeah, it was a great video. So I can't disagree with this, to be honest. But we got to stop voting for rubber shit, guys. Come on. But the community award. Yet again, this is like Exhibition 33, but the Neon Awards, just freaking Baby Metal taking everything. But the best music video for 2025, voted by the community, Baby Metal. Song 3. So that leads us to the Neon Award. Who gets the best music video of 2025? You know what? I struggled with this one. I'm gonna to be honest. I watched a load of music videos before recording this part, just trying to I was like, who do I give this to? There's some blatantly obvious ones and some not so blatantly obvious ones. It was really hard. I was kind of basically I asked myself the question, what music video has stuck in my head sort of the most over the past year? And when I really thought about it, there was only one answer, which might surprise a couple of people, because I don't think it's genre-defining music video or anything like that, but I do feel like it's very, very well cut, and some of the shots from this music video are super iconic, and it just has a really good aesthetic. And I know that's such a simple thing, but sometimes simple is all you need. And it's just every time I think of the band, sort of I think of this music video now. And in particular this room. But I'm going to give the award for the best music video of 2025 to Hanabiya, Spicy Queen. Because it just delivered so many good shots. The dog going Super Saiyan, the girls on the table full of spicy chicken wings, the room as well. It's such a weird thing just to have a red room, but the music video was cut so well. That sort of background has become so iconic now with Hanabiya a little bit. It's so much better than just a black you know, background or a white room band made. Um, you know, I love band made videos, by the way, but you know what you're gonna get. With Hanabiya, they really mixed it up here. You got some crazy shots outside as well. It has an artistic style to this. The music video flows really well with the song, and we have some iconic shots. Again, the dog going Super Saiyan, Yukina with the fire. You know, it was just one of those music videos that really stuck in my head, and I had a hard time maybe giving this it because again, it doesn't do anything like massively out the box, you know, but it just comes together in like a really good package, and then it just stays memorable in your head. And I just like, you know, the room that they're playing in just lives rent free in my head for some strange reason, and I just love it. I just love the aesthetic nature of this music video. It's very, very well cut. It has its own sort of like vibe to it, and I just really like it. I know there's many other music videos that I think probably are like more standout in terms of like visual quality and kind of like, you know, baffling visuals or mind warping visuals that will make you go, oh wow. But for me, Spicy Queen is just that music video is just like, you know, when I think of Hanabiya now, I just think of that. So I think the music video and has just had like a profound effect on me throughout the year. So yeah, Spicy Queen for me is just it just lives rent free in my head. So yeah, that's my what. I just love this music video. You know. What can I say? I'm trying to think like again. I'm trying to think of like some insane reason why it justifies winning the award, and it just I don't know. I can't really point to anything. It's just a subtle thing of many small things wrapped into one, and I just really enjoy it. So you know what? Fuck yous all. It's my award show. I do what I want. Hanabiya, Spicy Queen, best music video of 2025. Hate me in the comments. I don't give a fuck. ピリピリカラカラひりつくカタカタバタバタこなで筋肉オーダーピリピリカラカラひりつくカタカタバタバタ爆弾スプラッシュ我からとSolo of 2025. This one was an interesting one. So basically, I opened this up to any kind of like solo. It could have been keyboards, it could have been guitar, it could have been violin, anything. And we did get like a decent amount of people doing different solos. So it's quite varied, this category actually. But there was a clear winner. A clear winner taking 31% of the votes for the solo in Mahoroba. I struggle to say that. It's a Ningen Isu. And yeah, I kind of agree. I can see this one. I think this is absolutely an amazing solo. It's actually a really awesome sort of like chuggy song. You know what you're getting with Ningen. You know, they're incredibly popular. You know, still doing it even at their age, which is kind of impressive. and still churning out bangers as well. Like usually, like when a man gets like to their age, the quality of the songwriting kind of declines a little bit. But yeah, it seems to be just getting better. They just seem to be getting better with age. And this is a really good solo, man. It's one of those like really kind of like soft, slow, kind of like chuggy songs that you just kind of groove into. And this solo kind of comes out a little bit out of nowhere, a little bit. It kind of really amps up the tempo of the song. A little bit. It's just really well done. Like I love some of the slides in this solo. Like it's just really done. It's really kind of like well done. It doesn't go on for too long as well. It comes, it does what it delivers, and then it doesn't outstay its welcome. You know, it's not an egotistical show of skill. It's very much suits the song like kind of very well into the latter portions of this. Yeah, and don't forget that this song is like 8.5 minutes long as well. So like they could have been longer. Like they could have stretched this, but they didn't. Which is a testament, I think, to to the band not to sort of be able to have the self-restraint to make the song come first rather than the solo. But the solo is, again, it shows like the skill, the vibes from the song. And I think it's a worthy winner. So yeah, coming in with like I said, 31% of the votes. Yeah, Ning and Ness. Oh, sorry, Ningen Isu. I always struggle to say this band's name. Best Solo of 2025. The Neon Award for Best Solo of 2025. I had to re-record this section of this. I had it all done. I had it all recorded. I had to completely scrap it to re-record this section of the video, because originally I had the award for Unlucky Morpheus, Blink of an Eye. I want to do like a massive shout out to that song. Again, really wanted to give it to that. That was my original choice, and then it has changed within the last couple of days for a couple of reasons. One, I don't want to do a community and give everything to Unlucky Morpheus as much as I really want to, but also because I have just been non-stop listening to this since it released, and it's kind of a little bit of a cop out because this only released like a week ago. And I am, of course, talking about Love Bites, the Castaway. I love this section of this song. I love this solo. It starts off with a lovely little intricate bass riff by Fanny, which arguably I could have done with at least 20 seconds more of that. But it sets up the solo so nice, and then we come in with Midori. And then we move on to Miyako, and then we finish with the tried and tested and true, but still absolutely amazing. Gets me every single time pumped like a little teenage girl, screaming for the dual solo between both of them going. Again, I love it. It's a tried and tested formula that they use time after time after time after time again. And like I was saying before about the metaphor earlier in the awards, where you just go into the shop and you just keep taking the Milky Way, and you're just happy with the Milky Way. I actually got a Milky Way sponsor for this. I've been saying Milky Way way too much in this video. call me. I do like a Milky Way. What's everybody's favorite chocolate bar, by the way? Let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, it's tried and tested. It's true, but I just love it. I love just eating it up from Love Bites, and I was so excited when they dropped the song. It was such a lovely surprise for me, and I think it's freaking amazing. And I've listened to this now again on repeat so much, and yeah, it's just it was one of those songs that genuinely put a smile on my face. Like, I was so happy when I heard this. I heard it like at least 200 times already by now. And the Drew solo was just absolutely freaking incredible. Like, I really love it. Again, you know, it just shows the absolute skill of these women. And like I said, I have, like, you know, guitars in the background that I occasionally play, and that just makes me want to look at my guitar and just go, nah. What's the point? What's the point? You know, yeah, absolutely incredible solo for them. So the Neon Award for Best Solo of 2025, which squeaks in by a week, is Love Bites, The Castaway. To the next category, which is the unexpected hit of 2025. And I gotta admit, I feel like my community just like failed the assignment here. Like I don't think I don't think they understood the task here. So this was supposed to be for like an unexpected hit, something you didn't expect to really like, but you ended up like, you know, really liking anyway. Something you wouldn't usually gravitate towards, which is caught your eye. We had the votes. Here were the nominees, and with a whopping 41% of the vote was Hanabiya Spicy Queen. Woo! I do not know how this was unexpected. Like, maybe it was. Maybe a lot of people didn't like Hanabiya, and like, maybe it was unexpected for them, and Spicy Queen is the song that brought them in. I'm like, holy crap, like, this band's amazing. So it could possibly be. I look at, maybe that I'm coming at this from the wrong angle, but I look at Spicy Queen and I'm just like, how is that unexpected? like for me, Hanabiya are just like are at that point in their careers now where every song they drop is just pure golden. Yeah, I never would look at Hanabiya and say that's unexpected, personally. But I could probably see it from those angles. But yeah, like, I know that there's too many people in my Discord that like Hanabiya, which makes me question if this is really truly unexpected. But that's what you guys voted for. This is brilliant. Like, you know, like, some of these choices I get to throw my community and my subscribers and everybody that comments on this video under the bus, because it's you guys did this. This is your fault. You only have yourself to blame. But yeah, there you go. Unexpected hit of 2025 is Hanabiya Spicy Queen, as voted by you guys. So the Neon Award of Unexpected Hits of 2025, and for me this was an easy choice because again this is another song that kind of lives rent free in my head at the minute, and I'm going to give this to Peaky for their Exit 8 song. I love this song. Unexpectedly, I love how it starts off with like the sort of like almost eerily spooky vocals, and then the beat just comes in, and like it's such a simple song. Like I probably heard thousands of songs like that, and I've just turned around and gone, oh yeah, it's all right, you know. And for some strange reason, this is one of those songs where I'm like, I listen to this and I'm like, do 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 do. It's like do do. It's just the beat is just stuck in my head, and I found myself listening to this song so many times this year, so many times. Like from the moment I heard it, and I watched the music video, I was just like, I'm enamored with this song for some strange reason, and I can't quite explain it because again, it's not breaking ground in any kind of type of way. Realistically, it's a very standard song, but it does its one thing really well, and it just like smashes it, and that is it is an earworm. Once it's in your head, it ain't ever leaving. Like it's there for life. You know, it lives there now. Like I don't understand how or why, or even understand how it happened, but it just did. It's just one of those songs that like I don't know why I like it so much. It's just it's just a genuine surprise to me. When like the beat kicks in, it's just fun. It's just a fun little jingle. I mean, that's effectively what it is. It's just a fun little jingle that I just can't seem to get out of my head. But yeah, like the beginning of the song with the vocals, like I love it. I love it so much. You know, the first time I listened to it, I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. And I listened to it again. The more I listened to it, the more I just really appreciated the little subtle things about it. For what is sort of like just a box standard beat, but I mean, it just does it so well. So yeah, there you go. That's my unexpected hit of 2025 for me. Exit 8.
見るのはいつ以来不意に始まる紙芝居ここを出るにはどれくらいここを出るにはどれくらい0123456788
And we're on to Best Female 2025. So this is like an award for the female that's had like the most sort of like standout year. We did do female and we did do male, but there wasn't enough people that voted for the male category. Like nobody come up with males. I wonder why. So we only had the female one, although I will nominate a female and a male for mine. But for Best Female, taking in a whopping 39% of the votes on this one was Momoko, or Momo Metal, or Momoko Okazaki. Again, I feel like this is probably well earned. Again, I can't really argue against this one. This is the album, The Metal Fourth, was such an expected thing. It had a lot of pressure, I think, for her. A lot of people were expecting a little bit more Momo sort of on the tracks. And what we got actually was a lot of focus on Momoko, I think. Like, I feel like Metal Fourth was really Momo's album. Like, like Sue's the singer, and Momo's been there for ages, but it really felt like we had an intentional sort of emphasis on Momoko. She got a lot of the comedic moments. She got a lot of spotlight. She got a lot of the memes and stuff like that for promotion for that were released. It just really felt like, whether or not it was an intentional thing or not, but she just really stood out. And the way that she has been a constant performer as well, live, always has a smile on her face, always engages. When she was announced as Yui's replacement, I feel like a lot of people, you can't really kind of like replicate what Yui brought, I think. But I think I don't think there's anybody that could have done it as well as her. I think she is the perfect replacement. And it's getting. I think the biggest testament I can say to Momoko is every time like I've been to a Biomed show, there's always been like, you either want to be close to Sue, or the crowd goes to Moa's side. And for the first time ever, like this year, last year when I saw them, there was an even split. Like a lot of the crowd, there was a lot of people there wanting to go to the Momo side instead of the Moa side, and I found that very like, wow, oh okay, and I think that's a testament to just like how much of an impact she's had, not only on Bay Metal but the fandom as well. I just think she's been a breath of fresh air, and I don't think anybody sort of envisioned her having this much of an impact. Especially when she was like an Avenger, and we were like, oh, is she going to be the new member? Isn't she? And then she left for a little bit, and then came back as a full member. But I think being integrated fully, a lot of people could be like, oh, we can love her now. And I feel like a lot of people like were being reserved because they didn't want to fall in love with the Avengers too much, because they didn't know whether it was a permanent thing or not. And I feel like coming in now and being a permanent third member means that a lot of people can be like, okay, I'm going to trust the group here, that's not what's going to happen, and really kind of fall in love with her. But I would say that 99.9% of why she's won people round is just herself, is just what she's brought. And yeah, I think it's well deserved, to be honest. I have no complaints for this one, but yeah, as voted by you guys, the best female for 2025 is Momo.
Let's go!
To the Neon Awards. So best female of 2025. For me personally, there's a couple of people here that could have took it, but I'm gonna go probably sort of like an out of left field choice here a little bit. And again, it comes down to personal experience here for me. It's a good thing about me doing my own award. I get to be a bit biased. But for me, the winner of this award is going to be Emma from Eminem. And there's a couple of reasons for this one. One, I think Eminem had sort of like they are getting more and more popular as time goes on. I really feel like they're going to kick off relatively soon in the next year or two and become a big force in Japanese music, or at least something distinctly different, at the very least. But I had the pleasure of meeting her last year. We had a long conversation. She signed some shirts for me and my community as well. It's such a little thing to have a conversation with one of the artists I react to, and the fact that they knew who I was as well, stroked my fragile little ego a little bit. But I had a wonderful conversation with both her and Menu, to be honest, and the band, the guitarists as well. Like they were all genuinely really nice people, and I went into the Eminem gig. I really loved the menu because I really loved her voice. She was the standout person for me, and I came out of the gig really simping for Emma, just because of the interaction and the way that she was just genuinely a nice person, lovely smiles. She went out of her way to sign the shirts for the community that I could give to people, which they didn't have to. It was just an extremely big pleasure to do it, and I think again they've earned it. I really loved seeing the story of Eminem. I mean, we were covering Eminem along with Backer Broadcast when they were like, they weren't even known at that point. They had a couple of thousand, and to see their rise, I think over the last few months has been exceptional, and I honestly think the only way is up for them. I'm really excited for their first album and whatever it is they do for 2026, because I know they've got a new song releasing in the next couple of days, so hopefully 2026 will be a big one for them. But yeah, Emma wins Best Female of 2025 for me. In terms of male, I know there wasn't a category for the community of this one, but for me, for male, it is it's a really easy choice. It is Sheeran from Unlucky Morpheus. Again, kind of for the same reasons for Emma. I had the pleasure of witnessing the man play live twice last year, once in Tokyo, once in Osaka, and it was just a joy to behold. Like he is a testament to his art, to his craft, of just being on stage, just being able to rip a solo and just play so majestically. Like, I was extremely drawn to him this year, and again, this goes on to the fact that I really enjoyed the Unlucky Morpheus album this year. That's one of my personal favorites. And just being able to see them, just being able to see him live and the way that he conducts himself. I've been blown away with Sheeran this year. I really, really enjoy watching him. I really enjoy his music. It's been absolutely fantastic. So yeah, for me, the best male of 2025 for me would be Sheeran from Unlucky Morpheus. The best collab of 2025. This has been a tongue-in-cheek one. It seemed to be the year of the collab, that everybody was collabing with everybody, it was like Baby Metal was like, we're gonna give a collaboration to you. We're gonna give a collaboration to you. We're gonna give a collaboration to you. They were just handing them out this year. But there were some other great artists as well doing some collaborations and stuff like that. But as always, I asked you guys to put some down. Baby Metal dominated the nominees. But surprisingly, there was a draw. 21% between Baby Metal and Poppy from Me to You, Baby Metal Thought to Prevail Song 3, and Poppy, Amy Lee, and Courtney for NW, surprisingly. So I put it down to a final vote, and on the second time round, the Baby Metal and Poppy from Me to You won. With a massive 57% of the vote. So I don't know what happened there. Like, obviously a lot of people must have voted for other stuff, and then when it came to like the hurdle, that was probably just what they fancied. So Baby Metal and Poppy from Me Too. I think this is probably the collab of the year, I want to say. I think it took a lot of people by surprise. I don't think a lot of people were kind of knowing what they were going to expect from Poppy and Baby Metal collaboration. It was the first kind of like collaboration from Baby Metal that we got. It was the first song released as a single from Metal Forth. So like, I think once this song came out, it got people's attention a lot more, and it took a lot of people by surprise at just like how much they genuinely enjoyed it. Whether or not you were a Baby Metal fan, whether or not you were a Metal fan, or even just like as a casual listener that wasn't really into both. I feel like a lot of people heard this song and was like, actually, this is actually really good, you know. So I can see this and the reason why it's a winner. And I kind of agree, to be honest. So yeah, voted by you, the community, the best collab song of 2025 was Baby Metal and Poppy from Me to You. And the Neon Award for Best Collab Song of 2025 is probably not to anybody's shock here again. It's going to be another Baby Metal winner. Jesus Christ. Yeah, song 3 for me. I really enjoyed this collaboration. It was in many ways the unexpected hit for me a little bit. I didn't know how much this song was going to be, but I really loved the brutal nature of it. Again, I really loved the video. I really loved the comedic nature of what they did. I just really loved the symbolism of the song, for Momo and for song 3 and just everything that they did for that. And I just think it's a really good song. Again, another catchy song that just sticks in my head. Go. It's just really good. It was the collab for me. I really enjoyed having Baby Metal with sorts of Prevail's vocals as well. I thought that was an incredibly good mix. I much prefer those vocals to the likes of Poppy's. I don't know. I just felt like they gave this song a little bit more oomph. It just has me headbanging. It really does. Which is one of the reasons why I really enjoy it. To be fair, but yeah, for me, song 3 by Baby Metal, probably to the surprise of nobody, I think, in this one wins the Neon Award for Best Collab Song of 2025. Is this some guy? news. It's over. It's short and sweet this year. I had to re-record this for a couple of reasons. One, again, I did my awards and I recorded it. And then had to change. I wanted to change a couple of my answers, so I had to record a lot. And then I wasn't happy with what I had. I tried to do a little bit too much, trying to cut it down and make it like funny. But then I realized I probably like made too much work for myself. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and re-record it and strip it back this time, and just try and make it easy and simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I was just kind of like, I'm so conflicted on how I was going to do this. I wanted to make it funnier. I wanted to do some more stuff. In the end, I just thought, we'll try and make it a simple thing to make it sort of like funny, but semi-serious at the same time. And also it gave me an opportunity to change a few of my answers, I think, over the course while I was mulling and thinking. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, a bit of a sweep for Baby Mel here. It's like, again, the exhibition 33 of music, just winning every bloody award there is. But hey, that's why we do this, and it is voted by you guys, the community. So yeah, maybe we can have some more winners. We can have some different winners next year. I don't know, or maybe not. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I wish you all the best for 2026. I hope each and every one of you has a fantastic year. So yeah, and hopefully for the channel as well. Hopefully I'll see you guys plenty this year. We can hang out with some really, really good music. I'm really excited for what 2026 already has to bring. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Love you loads. And thank you for joining in again for the Neon Awards. Bye for now.